Hello there, Kyle Katarn here, coming back with another Star Wars fan film reaction. This is another request. It is part 2 of AFK's The First Command. Where we left off, Dr. Aphra and Mara Jade were having kind of a pissing contest in the ruins of an ancient temple, and 069 and FNG were on either of their respective bodyguard details. Meanwhile, FKU is off training the next generation's up-and-coming fascist trooper, I guess, talking about wanting to shoot kids, and that's not gonna, I don't think it's gonna fly. I think FKU is gonna end up doing something with this new recruit. He has to, right? Or it's gonna be the final straw that gets him to leave the Empire entirely and join the rebellion, or just retire. FKU's been coasting towards burnout for a long time now, and I'm surprised he's made it this far. AFK is such a funny web series. I really enjoy these shorts. They're not only entertaining and hilarious, they're also really well thought out, and they demonstrate a really deep knowledge of Star Wars and how the pieces kind of fit together. The way they're able to come up with novel concepts like these for these stories. And I've grown really attached to these characters, I really have. So shout out to AFK, you guys make hilarious content. I'm a big fan over here. And without further ado, we're going to dive into part 2 of The First Command. Let's do it! Epically casual. The First Command, the last part of the first part of part 2. Skull! Love it.
Yeah, thanks. I'm gonna miss old, that guy. He was literally one in a million.
Didn't even know his name.
Actually, he was kind of a dick.
I don't need to be an archaeologist to know there's probably a trap here.
Oh, there's definitely a trap on this. Are you kidding me? Have you even played Jedi Academy?
I think you'll find my troopers are just as fanatically ready to die for their emperor as yours are. More so, in fact.
No, this is not the way to do the pissing contest. You're gonna get everybody killed.
Send the trooper to investigate the bridge.
Ma'am, I can't ask my men to do something I wouldn't do myself. I will investigate the bridge.
I can't allow you to do that. Your leadership is vital to the success of the mission. Please, allow me to volunteer.
They're we don't care. No, not FNG.
What are you thinking? Is it gonna fall away, tip, or
I'm thinking something's gonna knock him off.
rock on a rope?
Yeah, a little primitive, but maybe.
You're doing great.
Are you starting to feel a little, what's the word?
Nauseous.
10 credits, he doesn't reach halfway.
Huron.
Well, that too, but what's the word for something whose life is worth less than a pile of warm bread dung?
Come on, FNG. Ah!
Whoa! Did not call that one. Was he halfway, though? Anyone? Anyone?
Apparently, it's Stormtrooper.
Oh, that was just one of his men.
Permission to stand down, sir!
Yeah, sure. Knock yourself out. Dismissed.
God, he's had it with this dude already.
Got a chance to see much of the planet?
No, sir! I spend my free time studying tactical reports and listening to the Emperor's podcast, sir!
Of course you do.
Gosh, the hours must just fly by. There's a place out there in the desert I'd like to show you.
Sir,
Don't make me make it in order.
Yes, sir! It would be a pleasure to accompany you on a recreational reconnaissance, sir!
Good.
Recreational
It might be a
reconnaissance.
life-changing experience for you.
It's gonna give him some
That
much
last
needed
hit
perspective.
track was brutal. I know, right? I mean, the fall was bad enough, but then they felt the need to string razor wire halfway down.
Oh,
The afterglow at the
Jesus.
bottom was just overkill, I thought.
Is FNG and 069 they're the last ones left, right?
True.
They got all their troopers killed.
Those 2 pillars? I'd bet my life they're a biological activation device. One hand on each might reveal the holocron.
Or cause a horrible death.
Troopers!
Oh, nice, they took a skiff out there.
It's quite a burden being a stormtrooper, isn't it? Being part of this massive war machine, helping it to do things it does, wondering if sometimes, even though you're a tiny cog, you should try and create some sort of
Is he gonna
change.
feed this crazy guy to the
Bear
Sarlacc?
hands on each at the same
What's he
time.
gonna do?
But get ready to duck.
Will that help?
Because it takes time to come to terms with the fact that, in the end, you're utterly replaceable. If you die, no one's gonna give a shit. No one will mourn you. Another equally brainwashed drone will quickly take your place. Because they stopped cloning bodies, but they started cloning the minds. And somehow that's worse.
Get on with it.
Get on with it.
I think that's why we're not.
God, they're so awful.
Helmets. Makes it easier for them to forget that there's people under here.
Oh, okay.
Remembered,
Well, so far so good.
and they might not ask us to do the terrible things they do.
Oh, come on, Afra.
Trooper, defend me.
Take out the enemy. Take him out in the name of the Emperor.
No! Oh my god, shoot Mara and Afra instead, and then both of you just run away.
Yes, we do. We follow orders. And I'm a good stormtrooper. And I'm gonna do what we do best. I'll miss you.
I don't understand, sir!
That's because you're a good stormtrooper.
What the?
Whoops! I'll try again.
Oh no, how did that happen?
Slightly to the left.
Hey, stop
I
it!
don't mean to just had this thing.
You useless. I love it. Good job, guys. Good job.
Enough!
Oh! What did you do?
It looks like a giant butthole, sir!
Anybody who falls in
That's
is
canon.
digested alive for 1,000 years.
I also like to take my time with ration packs, sir!
God damn it, kid. Don't make me start to like you.
That wasn't us. You deflected the blast.
You were missing on purpose.
I was not. I was doing my best to eliminate this scoundrel.
As was I, man.
You're both going on record. I'm taking this to Palpatine himself. What's your designation?
TK4Q2, ma'am.
One of the new alphabetical codes I've heard about.
4Q2.
And you?
I love it.
ROTFL, man.
I look
ROTF. Oh my god.
your names to the Emperor.
Oh god, no.
Mara, don't be that
With
dumb.
me, ROTFL.
That's so funny. They just gave him fake designations.
Well, I guess that's our cue to leave too.
Won't the Dark Lord be mad, ma'am?
Yeah, but he's always mad. It's kind of his thing. 4Q2? Nice.
She knows his actual designation, which in a way makes it worse. She probably knew all the troopers' names that she got killed.
This would be a great place to dispose of enemies of the Empire, sir! Like that little girl from earlier! I bet she wouldn't even touch...
Damn, FKU. There's no coming back from this. God, look how much his hands are shaking. Ooh, that's a beautiful shot. Look at that. Wow, this is the start of the redemption arc for FKU. I knew he was on his way out of the Empire, man. He's seen too much. He's seen too much of the galaxy through his various postings to be able to sit idly by while the Empire does this to the galaxy, you know? That's the thing. He's like the gruff exterior, jaded, cynical, grizzled guy, but he has a good heart beating under that plastic armor. Man, this was fantastic. This was actually really, really good. Like, I know I say this after every AFK short, but like they continue to impress me so much. The evolution of the technology and like the graphics itself, as well as just like the sophistication of the writing and the development of these. Yeah, I can't say enough good things about it. Like the fact that we're getting kind of an examination of like what it's like to be a stormtrooper and be one of like a million disposable henchmen at the whim of like one of Vader's underlings been sent on a mission. Like, this could be canon, you know? This sort of an interaction where like Afra and Mara Jade are like, oh yeah, well, my troopers will die faster than your troopers. Like, turning it into a contest. Like, their lives are worth so little, you know? And it also brings up a good point about people like Mara Jade and Dr. Aphra, that, like, we glorify them because they have so much charisma and they're fan favorites and they're so much fun to watch and read stories about. But, like, yeah, they're kind of shitty people. They're not good guys. They have arcs. They have development. Mara Jade ends her arc as a very good person, and Aphra arguably is a less shitty person by the end of her arc. But, like, considering where we meet them, when Mara is the Emperor's Hand, you know, back when Dr. Aphra is doing archaeology missions for Vader in the first couple issues of Dark Lord of the Sith, like, yeah, they're not good people, and they're willing to throw, like, anyone under the bus like that. So I thought it was kind of nice to get a rather, you know, pointed examination of that isn't just like, look how badass Mara Jade is. It's more like, wow, look how unpleasant it is to work for Mara Jade, which is also a very valid point and worth making. Hats off to the AFK crew. You guys are so good. Like, such a talented crew of people, and the voice acting is on point as always. Yeah, this one was so much fun. Thank you so much for recommending this one to me. Keep the fan films coming. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed my reaction to this fan film. Check out the rest of the channel for more content, reactions, and reviews. Leave me a comment if you have a question or something to say, or if you have a Star Wars fan film to recommend to me. I'm trying to react to every Star Wars fan film ever made. To that end, you'll find a link in the description of the video to the Kyle Katarn Discord server, which is a great place to send me those links. Thanks again, and as always, may the Force be with you.